Hey everyone, so I'm here with another topic in the level up realm, and this is about how most men are not worth having kids for, honestly. If you think about the risks associated with having children, particularly for women of color in America, mostly Black women, they have high death rates while giving birth. If you just Google Black women death rates during childbirth, like you just Google that, you'd see that it's very risky. Throughout human history, it's been risky to have children, and still, it's risky for specific groups of people today. It's better for certain groups of women, but still, there are groups of women who have specific issues with giving birth. Okay, with that said, if you're going to risk your life to give a man a child, you want to make sure that that man first wants you and that child, that man actually cares about you and will care about that child, and that will take care of you and will take care of the child. That includes having a place for you to live, having a house for you, committing to you with a ring. Like having children is not something that you should do nonchalantly. Like having children is something that should be planned out. And a lot of men will tell women that they want children. A lot of men will try to trap women with children and have given those women nothing, like absolutely nothing. They haven't given those women any stability, any type of support, any type of true care. And if you think about how risky it is to be a single mother, how precarious that position is economically, emotionally, physically, you're very vulnerable as a single mother. So it's important to really hold back and think about, hey, like, should I have children by this man? Oh, this man is telling me that he wants me to have his children, but where's the words to back that up? Like, please don't let any man sweet talk you into having children, because that is something, like, okay, listen, all the other stuff aside, all the other stuff about the risk of death during childbirth, like with that aside, think about women who have their whole bodies ruined by having babies. Not only do you have your body ruined, a lot of times women's bodies don't bounce back. Not only that, but on the dating market, a lot of men say they don't want to date women with children. They do it, mind you, like plenty of men will date a woman with children, but they always say, oh, I prefer a woman that doesn't have any children. Right? And a lot of high earning men do want a woman that has no children. So y'all gonna have to really think before you do. Okay. And with that said, I wanted to take a look at this post I saw on Paris Milan's channel. Someone came in on her channel and asked for advice because she is with someone and that man isn't treating her well, and she has been with the man for 15 years, unfortunately. So Paris Milan says, thank you to my subby for her Ask Milan question. She's been with her boyfriend for almost 15 years and wants to know how she can get him to be more kind, considerate, and give more financial input, even though he claims he has no money coming in. Rule number one, why are you a girlfriend for 15 years? Like you should never, after year two, if there's no talk about marriage, if there's no talk about a long-term commitment, if there's no talk about engagement, you should be out the door and at least dating other people, because that man is wasting your time, right? And a lot of men are not worth you risking and squandering and losing your life through childbirth, your youth and your beauty, which are honestly currencies while dating as a woman. Okay. So this woman writes, I've been with my boyfriend almost 15 years. The only time marriage came up was when he thought I was cheating on him. Wow. Okay. Which I was talking to someone else because of him stepping out. So he cheated on her. Okay. All right. So many red flags already, and I haven't even read the third sentence. But anyway, Anytime someone asks us about marriage, he makes fun of it and says stuff like, I am the one who doesn't want to get married. Last time he said it's because he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it to get in the way of my mom filing for my green card. I also read his combo with someone who asked him, when is he going to marry me? And he said in the next 10 years with a laughing emoji. I am 35. He is 34. This woman is about to lose all her good years for a man that doesn't care about her, that doesn't want to commit to her, that doesn't really want her. Anyway, she says, we have 2 children together. She gave this man 2 children, 15 years of her youth. All of her youth to this man. Y'all, please stop doing this. 15 years. She was with this man since she was 20 and she's 35. And this man, 15 years, this man has not married her. She gave him 2 children and he doesn't want to marry her. Please, please stop doing this. Stop doing this. She says she's 35, he's 34. Anyway, we have 2 children together. I am their maid, cook, teacher, etc. We both work and he has outside jobs, so he makes so much more money than me. He has much more than me saved up as well. Still, I feel burdened because I spend my money on internet, food, clothes, and things in between. And the money for my son's savings comes solely from my account and I pay for our medical insurance. This man is not providing for them. This man has gotten 2 children out of her, 15 years of her youth, wasted her youth, and just ladies, why are we making our lives this hard? You know, it says lately he's been complaining about he has no money coming in. Despite having a full job and outside projects, we share 2 mortgages and pay equal amounts monthly. He pays electricity and rarely spends money on anything else. Okay, so he's giving this woman the bare minimum and taking everything from her, taking all the value. He's extracting all the value he possibly can from this woman who gave everything, gave her body, gave him children, gave her youth, gave her beauty to this man for 15 years, and he's not providing. This is why I am very adamant in telling women to only date provider men. Women take on the lion's share of sexual risk in a relationship. Women are the ones that get pregnant. Women are the ones that are more susceptible to getting STDs. Women are the ones that have to give up their time and energy nursing children if the sex results in a pregnancy and childbirth. Women are the ones that are more likely to be assaulted sexually and physically by their sexual partners. It's too risky to do all of this with a man and get absolutely nothing, but worse, be used, exploited, and have all your value extracted out. There's not only that aspect to it. There's not only the aspect of the power dynamic being off in a relationship with the risk that a woman takes on sexually. Then you have societal risk as well. So who knows that? Who? I'm pretty sure a lot of people here have seen or heard of a woman being unfairly judged because of rumors about her sexual history and her sexual past. But men are not penalized for that. Okay, so that's something to think about as well. So this is why I am very adamant in telling women to not give up their youth, beauty, time, and especially bodies in their wombs for people that don't provide. At the very least, you will take on all of the lion's share of the sexual risk if you have sex with a man. And on top of that, very few women have orgasms. So you're taking on all the risk and getting very little of the reward because a lot of men don't even give women orgasms. Do you understand that? Do you understand very few women actually have orgasms having sex with men, but then they take on the risk of getting pregnant and losing their life during childbirth and going through traumatizing abortions if they do get pregnant? Being very vulnerable to STDs because of the inward nature of their sexual organ. Like, just understand this, please. I mean, stop letting this happen. Stop letting these men cheat you out of your everything. Out of everything. Okay, so she continues. She says, we share 2 mortgages and pay equal amounts monthly. He pays electricity and rarely spends money on anything else. He even says to his friends that he don't have to give me money. I think it's because he thinks I'm independent. He he gives on occasions like birthdays or Christmas or just enough for books or school uniforms. How do I get him to be more kind? Because I have already told him that I don't have to ask him for money to replenish things. Am I asking for too much here? And then there's a bunch of comments. There's a bunch of people in the comment section talking about how silly this woman is. And I understand. But the reason why I make these videos is because it's really important to learn from the experiences and mistakes of other people. Let this be a model. Let this be something that you don't get into, because you will not tolerate a man using you financially, sexually, emotionally, in all the ways. Okay, now I'm just going to read one comment here. There's a woman, she said, in response to this, she says here, words of wisdom from my mom. So words of wisdom my mom always said to her daughters. Why would a man buy the cow when he can get your milk for free? And if a man finds a jackass who sticks by him solely out of love, invested time, fear, and children, then he'll ride the hell out of that jackass until it collapsed, then move on, leaving you with all the baggage and broken. And she says, bottom line, love and respect yourself more than any other person. The moment that changes, the moment you will accept disrespect and become complacent. It's impossible to look in the mirror and tell yourself to settle for less when the love you have for yourself is deserving of more. Okay. All right. So we're going to end it there. Thank you for watching. Just it's not worth it. When you give your time to a man and he's not, at the very least, he got one job. A man has two jobs, and that's it. And that's to provide and to protect. If he can't do that, leave him alone. He is wasting your time. If a man is not offering that to you at the very least, he is stealing away your youth, beauty, and risking your life if you are giving him access to your body, because plenty of women still die during childbirth. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. And I hope you all have a lovely night and really think about this before you give your body, time, energy, resources to a man. Okay, all right. Have a good night. Goodbye.